In this last section, I just want to take you through an idea of what the form is going to look like in your Google Drive, and then also some ideas on how you might use that form. So first of all, if I go back into my Google Drive, so that tab that you were in originally, where you started with the Create button, you'll notice that the sample form that I made is right here in my Google Drive account. So if I click on that, there's the form that I was working on. So I'm going to close that for now. And then you'll notice another file has been made automatically in my Google Drive account, and that's this responses. So if I click on that, that's that spreadsheet where all of the responses to the form are going to be filled in. So those are automatically saved into your Google Drive account so you can access them whenever you'd like. So just a couple of ideas then of ways that I've used forms, and maybe it'll spark some ideas for how it might apply for you as well. So in my biology class, the students are working on a project that I needed to collect some information from them on. They're interviewing people, and I needed to know who they were going to interview, and I wanted to know ahead of time what questions they were going to ask. So I created a form for the Community Health Project, it's called, and it was the interview form. And then here you can see right away it generated a responses tab as well. So I'm going to show you the form, what it looked like, and then what the responses looked like when it was filled in. So what I did for the form is I embedded it on a web page, and then I can see the whole form without clicking on a link. So this is on a web page that my students use quite often. It's their Schoology account, and they can go right to it and fill out the form from here. So I have their name, who are you interviewing, what role does the person have, and 4 questions they'll ask, and then down at the bottom they can submit their form. So I collected information from all of my students that way, and then to see what their answers were, I can click on this responses, and I'm now into a spreadsheet of all the different answers I got. So these are again the student names in this first column, who they're interviewing, what role that person has, and their 4 questions. And you can play with this spreadsheet like you could any spreadsheet. I'm just scrolling down now here to show you all the answers. So you can change the size of the columns, and you can sort them in alphabetical order, and all sorts of different options on this spreadsheet. But I just wanted you to see what that looks like when that form starts getting filled in. Another way I've used Google Forms is in the beginning of the year. I had it available as a question tool for teachers or for parents of my students. And so on my school website, I put a link to, first of all, an introductory video, and then I wanted to know if the parents had questions from that video. So here's a link that they could click on if they had questions, which then went to a link to the form, which if they clicked on that, the form is right here, and they could fill it out. So again, it has name of the parent, name of the child, questions or comments, and then contact information if they wanted to share that with me. So again, all of that information went into a spreadsheet, so I automatically had a copy of what they wanted to tell me.